Alright, so I'm going to be trying to show how to replace the charge port on this Samsung Galaxy Tab A7. This is the SM-T500 model. Alright, so we're going to have to get into this glass, and this is going to be the tough part. I have these little things filled with isopropyl rubbing alcohol, 91%. That will kind of help make it easier. But anyways, let's go ahead and try and get under here. So we're going to use a very thin metal tool here. All right, you can use plastic ones too if you don't have whatever you have. But this is a pretty difficult job. You got to get in the edge here, okay? And what I'm going to do, I can actually get that tool in there, and then we're gonna get some of the rubbing alcohol in, and that should hopefully help get the screen up. I'm just gonna kind of get the tool in here, kind of work it in, and get the rubbing alcohol to kind of flow into the edges, and slowly over time that should help pull up the screen. Okay, so we're gonna kind of just work the edge in there, and you want to be very slow and patient with this, because if you try and rush it, you're just going to end up destroying the screen. Okay, so I'm going to have to go very slow here. Okay, and I can actually see the isopropyl alcohol getting into there. Okay, so we're just getting in the edge. Okay, and as I kind of pull this up, oops, I need to turn this off. But as you can see, the isopropyl alcohol is kind of going in the edges. You can see when I wiggle this, or hopefully you can see that it's kind of going along the crack between the glass and the edge of the thing. Okay, and again, we're just going very slow. Okay, kind of want to get it started. One other thing you can use, I've seen people use, is like a thin metal sheet. Basically like cutting up a aluminum can. But yeah, this is going to be very difficult to get into, so you want to take it slow. As I kind of lift it up, you can see the isopropyl alcohol kind of goes into the cracks. Okay, and we're just slowly going. Also, there's a screen protector on here, and it kind of has some bubbles there, so if you see that those bubbles, it's that's from that. Okay, slowly pulling this up. Again, we have to be very gentle and patient here, because if we rush this, it's not going to be good. All right, I think the rubbing alcohol went under the screen protector, but it is what it is. Okay, so you can see now the tool is kind of going in underneath. Okay, and if I let go, you can see now the weight of this is pulling it up on its own. Maybe I should remove the screen protector, but we'll see. Okay, so we're gonna get in there. We're gonna put some more rubbing alcohol in. It helps to have like a little bottle like this or a syringe. Okay, you can see it's kind of going. We're gonna work our way down the edge a bit more, and then continue letting it work its way. Okay, again, letting the tool slowly flop over. Okay, and hopefully you can see the screen is peeling up. Okay, and not just the touchscreen stuff. You don't want to put the tool too far into the screen, because there are cables under there, all right, and you don't want to just force it and then end up cutting those cables. Okay, so we're gonna work our way along here. If you have like some playing cards or something, you can shove them along here to keep this thing raised up a little. All right, I also have like this stuff from working on lots of laptop batteries. I can actually cut this into little strips, and I can use that to hold it up, all right, or little tabs. You can use whatever you have on hand, that would work. Okay, get creative. You don't have to use exactly what I'm using. Okay, so we'll cut up a bunch of pieces of this. Alright. And we'll cut this in half so we have more. Oh. Okay. Cut these all up. Okay, so now we've got a bunch of these little tabs. Now, kind of just work your way under, and then you can get the little tabs in. So this might be a little tricky. Let's see here. Hopefully my head's not going to get in the way. Okay. Pry that up, and then try and get the little thing in there. This plastic's actually a little thick, so there we go. All right. So one trick, I don't know if you saw, but basically when I get the tool in there, okay, and then I kind of slowly let it work its way, prying it. Okay. And then what I do is I take the edge of this and slide it underneath the tool and between this, okay? So that way when you slide it over, it goes underneath. And there you go, okay? And then you can actually get that plastic piece in there. There we go, okay? And this, if you want, is softer. So you can actually use this and kind of like use that to slide it over. Let me turn it off real quick. Okay, I need to make sure to turn this off. I keep forgetting. Okay, so we're turning it off now. All right, then we're gonna continue sliding this over. And you don't want to go too fast because, again, you can end up cracking the glass. I'm gonna get another one in there. And oops. All right, and continue working our way over. Alright, and if it becomes too difficult to slide, you can start adding the isopropyl alcohol again. But this is pretty much what you gotta do, okay? Again, this is just using random junk I have lying around. So, yeah, from doing other repairs. You don't need any really special tools, but this kind of stuff helps. Okay, again, you can just like cut up soda cans or something and use that. That would work as well. Oops. Okay. Alright, and then as you keep going, it should slowly peel itself up, so you can just keep working your way down. Again, you don't need to rush it, just go slowly. And it will slowly peel itself up, okay? As you can see, this one's like very loose here now. Alright, you can kind of slide it through. It's hitting something on the corner here. I'm not going to force it because it might be something important. You don't want to try and just slice through stuff. Okay, slowly working our way down. This stuff kind of helps because it's like one of those sticker pad things. It's from like replacing a Mac battery. Alright, so it has that kind of anti-stick layer. But yeah, we just continue working our way down. Slow and steady, okay? No need to rush. Again, you want to take your time. I make this video so you can see in real time how long it takes. So if you're following along, you could probably follow along at the same pace and you'll be okay. Alright, we're going to get another one of these in there just to kind of prevent it from falling back down on itself. Okay, slowly continue working your way. Alright, let's get us kind of getting stuck there, so we're going to work on this one. Okay, and if you want, again, you can add more isopropyl rubbing alcohol. Try and get it in the little cracks and grooves there. It's going underneath the screen protector. Hopefully it will dry out. I mean, we're probably going to have to replace the screen protector. It had a lot of bubbles in it. So, alright, we'll get some isopropyl rubbing alcohol in here as well. Okay. Continue working our way over. You can see how easy it was to slide that one now with all that isopropyl alcohol in it. Okay, we'll get this and put that in there. We'll continue working our way down, again, slowly. Alright, you can actually see some of the adhesive residue coming out there. Alright, and that's because the alcohol dissolves the adhesive layer. Okay. Continue working your way around the corner edges. Okay, and we'll keep going. Add a little more rubbing alcohol here. The isopropyl rubbing alcohol isn't really necessary, but it does help make the job a bit quicker because it dissolves the adhesive and allows it to cut through easier. Okay, as you can see. Alright. Continue working our way up here. Alright. Keep working our way down. You can actually hear the adhesive cutting. Alright, I don't want to rush it too much. I'm going to end up cracking the screen, so... Okay, so we just let it sit like that for a bit. Continue working down. Alright. Let's put some more rubbing alcohol in here. Alright. Keep working our way down. Let's actually put more rubbing alcohol over here. Okay. Keep going. Alright. We don't really need all of these tabs over here, but we'll just keep going. Okay, we can take these out. 3 should be plenty. Keep going. Oop, okay. Yeah, so that's already lifted up. Continue going. Alright. Okay, it's working. Continue working our way down. Oh, this one's kind of tilting, so I need to get it further in. Okay, continue sliding it over. Okay, we'll get another one of these in there. Alright, we'll let it sit a bit longer. Alright. Working our way slowly. Probably want to avoid going into the camera, so I'm actually going to continue going around this way and we'll wait on the camera side, okay? Okay. Okay. You can actually hear the adhesive getting cut here. Hopefully I'm not cutting any cables underneath. Okay, Again, we don't want to slide the tool too far in. All right, let's get some more rubbing alcohol in here to help. All right. All right, we're getting there. You can see the whole screen. Oop, the whole screen is kind of coming up. Okay, so we're just going to keep going. Again, this is a slow process. You don't want to rush it. When you rush things, that's when things go wrong. Okay. And yet I'm still trying to rush it a little bit. Okay, get that in there. Continue working our way down. All right, continue going down. Let's move this further, space it further apart. Right now these tabs really aren't doing too much. Like, you can see how loose they are because we're lifting this whole thing up. Okay, let's get some more rubbing alcohol in there. Okay, getting there. Alright, there's something in there, so I want to be careful. It might be the adhesive strip, but still, gotta be careful, okay? Continue working our way down. Alright, I think we're more than halfway done. Whoa. That just like flew up pretty quick. Hopefully that wasn't anything getting damaged. Okay, continue working our way around the corner here. Rotate this. Okay, doing well. Some more rubbing alcohol in here. Okay, and slowly continue working our way over. Okay, get this one in here. Alright, you can see we're almost there. Okay, all these little blue tabs. Getting close. Okay, continue working our way down. Add some more rubbing alcohol. Let's add another blue tab. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. Alright. This side's getting difficult now. Alright, this is getting difficult on the corner. Let's add more rubbing alcohol there. Alright. Also, if you're wondering, you don't want to use a razor blade. You might be able to get away with it, but razor blades are very brittle. So this tool, you can see how much I can flex it, and it doesn't snap or break. If you use a razor blade, you want to go very, very slow, because if you bend too much, it's just going to snap, and then you're going to be stuck with the metal shim underneath in between your glass, and you don't want that. That can be really bad. So yeah, I've seen some where people used razor blades, and I would say it's pretty risky, so try and avoid it if you can help it. Try and find a better tool. Alright, but if it's your only thing you have, then, I mean, it's the only thing you have. You can even try with like suction cups, but yeah, suction cups, I don't know. For starting this, is probably going to be really tough, so. Alright, so we're almost there. Alright, I think we got the entire thing released. Okay, so we're gonna now stick this here, and I'm gonna kind of leave this a bit to kind of sit. Alright, so you can see we got the blue tabs all around. Let me actually zoom out a little bit. Okay, so yeah, and then the charge port we got, it came with some tools, but I don't really use these, mainly because they just break. Alright, but I might use this little box. That's kind of nice. Alright, came with this. This is the charge port. Whoever did this packaging, they did it wrong, because the tear tab is up here, but it's sealed down here. So basically I'm going to have to cut that off, but I'll cut it off from the bottom side. Okay, so I'll cut this off. Alright, set that aside. So, charge port, dump it out. Looks like this. Okay, there's a red rubber piece that we're going to have to remove and transfer over to this, but that's what it looks like. Yeah. Okay, hopefully this one is perfect condition. It has little metal contacts here that connect, as well as this connector here. Okay, that's how it connects to the motherboard on the tablet. Alright, let me see something real quick. Okay, so now that we got all of these in, let's see if we can open this up. We're gonna slowly, carefully pull up on the screen or the glass. Okay, maybe I should zoom out a bit more here so you can see better. Okay, so I'm gonna slowly, carefully lift this up. I'm gonna look underneath. If we see any cable, we gotta be careful, because obviously there's a cable attached to the motherboard below. Okay, so we're gonna slowly, carefully, here you can see the adhesive strip stretching. Okay, pull that and it should release. There we go. Okay, and we're gonna very slowly, carefully lift this up. So we can kind of take these tabs out now, but there is still the adhesive there, so you do want to be careful. And also be careful not to pinch the screen too hard. You don't want to end up breaking the screen by putting pressure on it. Okay, so we're going to open this carefully. You can see there's the cable in there. Okay, so it goes from the bottom of the screen up there. So we're actually going to flip it from the camera side up. Okay, so we'll go from the camera side. Oh, it's still held in with adhesive, so we gotta very carefully, slowly do this. Okay, rotate this around, and we're gonna pull up from the camera side and slowly, carefully raise it. Okay, still got a blue tab there. Alright, so we still got some adhesive here. We are going to remove this adhesive and then probably put some new adhesive. So you can see we can open it this way, and you can see this, there's a screw there. We're going to take that screw out and disconnect the screen. Usually what you want to do is disconnect the battery first, so let me see here if I can access the battery cable. Battery, okay, so the battery cable, let me make sure I'm not tearing this thing. Okay, alright, so I'm gonna let me zoom out here. So the way I'm maneuvering this, so like this, I pushed it forward this way, tilt it, and I kind of push this forward so that the cable can kind of curl like this. That way I can kind of have some access, and then you can actually flip it all the way over if you want. Just be careful not to damage or tear that. Okay, so the battery cable or connector is right there, so let's zoom in. Okay, we're gonna have to remove that. I believe that's a JIS 0 screw, so we're gonna go ahead and remove that screw. Okay, you want to make sure to use some good quality screwdrivers. Alright, there we go, we'll remove that. Okay, and this metal plate, if you didn't see it more clear, is just like that, and it just sits on top. Okay, so we'll set that aside. Here's the battery connector right here. We'll flip this up. I just use my fingernail and pop it up. It connects basically like a Lego. It just pops into place. And now the battery's disconnected. After you've done that, to be extra safe, what we're going to do, we're going to press and hold the power button here. Okay, so we'll press and hold that. Hold that for about 15 seconds to drain any residual power. That makes it a lot safer to work on. All right, especially since we're going to be disconnecting the screen. Okay, we'll hold it a few more seconds and we should be good. All right, if this video helps you out, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. All right, now we're going to remove the LCD, LVDS connector, whatever you want to call it. All right, screen, cable, okay, right there. So technically you can use this to replace the screen as well if you want. Okay, assuming the screen's not too pricey, then this doesn't seem like too bad of a repair. We can go ahead and remove this metal plate here. Okay, set that aside, and then it has the same kind of pop-up connector. I just use my fingernail underneath and pop it up. Okay, just like this. Oh, it's being stubborn. There we go. Okay, so we got the screen out. Again, we are going to take out the adhesive, and then we're going to apply some new adhesive here. The adhesive just goes around this here, this edge here, towards the edges here. It's like a much thinner cable, as you can see, so you want to be careful. And then also you can see the buttons here. If you go too far in with the tool, you can accidentally like cut these, so you want to be very careful. All right, and I think that might be it for inside here. All right, let's go ahead and start removing the adhesive that's in here. We don't want to leave the old adhesive because it gets all wrinkly, and if it's all wrinkly, the screen won't sit flat, and then that can cause some problems. So we're going to peel this up. All right. If you want, you can probably find like exact replacement like cut of this adhesive, but it's not really necessary. If you're planning to get water in it, then maybe a little bit. It might help with sealing it better all the way around, but yeah, other than that, should be okay. It's not like this tablet is water resistant, but it does help a little, like if you have wet hands or something and you end up getting water in the edges. Okay, so I'm gonna just try and get all this gunk out to try and get the screen to sit more flat when we put it back in. Okay. Peel that stuff out. This stuff is kind of stuck there. We'll leave it there, and we just won't put like the adhesive on top of it. Okay, we're trying to like grab an edge so that we can start peeling it up. But this one's kind of being stubborn. Okay. Alright. Slowly peel this up. There we go. Uh-oh, sticking to my shirt. Okay. We also have this one, obviously, from the back of the screen or the glass. So we're going to peel that as well. Okay. Alright. See, most of it's coming out pretty well. Just continue slowly peeling. There we go. Alright, this stuff is mostly out. Don't really need to worry about it. Okay, then we got this adhesive here. If you want, you can try and clean it all up with rubbing alcohol, but if you end up getting it in between the LCD and stuff, then it might cause some issues, so I'm actually not going to do that. Okay. We don't really need it to stick that strongly into there. Alright. Okay, you can kind of see where the adhesive was dissolved by the isopropyl rubbing alcohol. It left like that gooey liquid stains there. Usually I don't really like using isopropyl alcohol on this kind of thing if I can help it, but this one kind of had a lot of adhesive, so I figured it'd be better if I did. Okay. And if you have a lot of time, you can kind of leave those little things wedged in there, and it will very slowly peel itself up. But yeah, here's the screen. We got that removed. Again, this one has a screen protector on it, and there's stuff stuck under so it doesn't sit completely flat, but we'll set that aside. Okay, let's continue peeling up this adhesive. Alright, you can see how it goes around over the camera. They have adhesive there as well. Okay, this is kind of being annoying again. Alright. I'm gonna have to reapply all this adhesive after. Okay. Wow, they put the adhesive all the way around. Almost done. Okay. Try and get up the adhesive residue with the adhesive itself. Okay. This one has a lot of, oops, sorry, I'm going off camera. Okay. Trying to get all this residue off. Can't really get all of it, it's really difficult. I wonder if there's some kind of like putty that I can just use, kind of like how I'm using this adhesive, to kind of just pick it all up. This does help, but can't really get all of it with that. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we got all the adhesive out. Sorry for the long process, but I wanted to make sure that it was done right. Okay, so let me get this in view here. What is that? Oh, that thing. Okay. Alright, so there's the thing. We're gonna get a thumbnail, or yeah, thumbnail screenshot thingy here. Okay, so there we go. Alright, give me a second here. Alright, so we got that. We're done with the isopropyl alcohol, so I'm gonna put the lid back on. Alright. If you're wondering, battery model numbers right here. SCUD-WT-N19. Alright. Also, this battery, if you're trying to remove it, I believe these are stretch release tabs. So you peel that out and then you pull it parallel to the rest of the computer, and it should stretch and pop out. A lot of times though, these tabs tear. So if they tear, then you're going to have a lot of trouble. You're going to have to actually physically pry it out. You can use some rubbing alcohol, but this kind of adhesive, it's not too affected by rubbing alcohol. Okay, anyways, next thing we're going to do, let me move this over so I have room to work on it. Okay, sorry, I got the screws in the way. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, let me actually move it further. We're going to remove this piece on the bottom here, and then we should be able to access the charge port from there. Okay, so we're going to go here. Again, using all the JS0 screws or screwdrivers, we're going to remove these screws. Okay, keep them all in order. The way I do that, I put them flat side down on my desk. In the pattern I remove it, if I didn't already mention that. So basically like that, but in the pattern that I'm taking them out. So we got like this, we'll go across in a row, and that's how I kind of remember where the screws came from. All right, that way no matter how long ago I've worked on it, I would still know where the screws came from, as long as nobody moved my screws around on my desk or knocked them down. All right, it's happened before, but it's pretty rare, right? Especially since I don't tend to leave my repairs sitting for too long. I usually get them all done same day. Okay, so we can get all these 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we got 7 screws going along that way. Looks like there's one here. Okay, and then we're gonna get these We'll put these 3 in a row. 2, 3. Okay. Then we got the screws down here. I don't know if I have to remove all these extra ones down there, but for now we're going to remove these. Then I'm going to kind of have to bring it closer to myself to see. Alright, so right now I'm just doing it so you guys can see what I'm doing, but afterwards I need to actually hold it physically closer to myself so I can see. Okay. Alright, there's one more up here. We're going to remove that as well. Okay, lots of screws. Alright, let me see here. Did I miss anything I need to remove? I'm not removing the headphone jack, so we can probably leave that alone. There's a micro SD card in there, but we're not removing that. Alright, let's see if we can remove this plastic cover. Oh, one screw's up here. I missed that one. Okay, make sure you don't miss that. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we can pop it out now. I'm going to use my fingernail here, and we can kind of lift here a little bit. Work our way over. Am I missing anything here? Okay, there's a spot here we can pull on as well. Nope, it's holding on real tight, so we're going to work our way over. And see here. Nope. Okay, am I missing something? It's usually just this plastic cover that's going to be holding it down. Let's work our way over here. Right? I don't think I need to remove anything else over there. Huh. Wow, that thing's like stuck in there. Okay, pulling up on here, but it doesn't want to budge. So, what am I missing? Are there clips here that I need to get to? These are just little foam pads. And this is underneath. That's also underneath. Yeah, I shouldn't have to remove any of that, so I don't know what's holding it so strong. Maybe I have to use a tool to kind of pop it out. You can probably use the plastic pry tool here. I'm going to use this. Huh. Can't even get on in between there. That's pretty crazy. Oh, there we go. Okay, so pop that out. I don't know what was holding it. Maybe these, there's not really clips or anything. It just was difficult to pop out. Here you can see the contact pads here that make contact with the charge port here, and then with what is this? The motherboard. I don't know what the rest of this thing is. Oh, these are the speakers. So these actually have the speakers. If you don't put these back, you're not going to have speakers. Alright, so anyways, we'll set that aside. Give me a second. Okay, so now we have this connector here. You can see there's the little plug that connects it to the rest of the computer. We're going to have to pop that out. So I'm going to get underneath with my fingernail and pop this up. Okay, let's see if I can. Okay, under there. And make sure to hold this down and then pop that up. Okay, just like that. There we go. Now that we got that connector popped up, we should be able to lift this charge port out. Perfect. Okay, and then you got this red rubber thing here. I don't know if this is supposed to be water resistant, but yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think this is just plastic. Is there rubber inside here? Somewhat. It's like a foam pad in there. So I don't know if this is supposed to be water resistant, but the design somewhat seems like it. So at least a little bit. All right. Anyways, we're gonna peel up this red thing here. Okay. Oops, sorry. So it's not really held down with glue or anything. It doesn't. Well, Okay, there's these little dimples that stick out into those holes there. Okay, so those kind of held in, and then there's dimples on the other side going through there, as you can see. So we're gonna pull that up, and there you go. So this is the old damaged broken one. We're gonna set that aside. We'll get the new one. Let's actually see if they look the same. So this is the new one, this is the old one. The new one is all shiny, as you can see. The old one is not. Huh. I wonder if that's like a liquid resistance coating or something they put on it. But yeah, you can see the design is different. This one has like some little gold pad things, and then this one has like solder on it. So, huh. Okay. And then there's different numbers on the back. Oops, sorry, I'm going out of view. You can see this says revision 1.0, 85943, 85943, 214. Actually, the numbers are the same, but this says 212.1, and this says 222.71 or something. I don't know. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and reassemble this. You can actually see there's two contact pad pins here as well. I don't know what that actually does because it doesn't connect to anything here. Maybe it's just to ground it. But yeah, all right. These look like they're kind of damaged or bent weird on the new one. The old one, you can see they're evenly sprung properly. So I don't know. Hopefully this replacement one works okay. But yeah, okay. We'll get this rubber piece and we'll put this on. All right. So again, this one, it sandwiches it. We're gonna get these little dimples in first from the bottom. Okay. And also, are the holes different? Yeah. So the holes are smaller on the original one. You can see the holes there. This one, the holes are much larger, so this rubber seal thingy doesn't hold as well in it, but it is what it is. As long as it charges better, but I want to point out the differences there. Okay, so we'll get that on. Come on. There we go. Okay, and then you can see the red dimples again going through the bottom there. And then we're going to wrap this around the top, make sure the red dimples go over there, and you can see them through the bottom there. Okay, very easy to install. Just drop it back in. Oops, you actually do want to put the charge port side, the USB-C port side in first. So go in at an angle, push it down. Okay, make sure it goes in. Come on, get in there. Yeah, this is somewhat difficult to get in. It's not as easy as you'd think. Okay, I don't know. Is this not lining up right? Is this not lining up? Something's not lining up right. Okay. All right. I don't know. This is being a little bit tricky to get in. Shouldn't be. It should just be like slotted in and go. Yeah, this rubber thing's a little bit trickier than expected. Okay, let me turn it around so I can kind of see what is going on here. Okay, I think you have to tilt it up much further, maybe. I don't know. And then slowly go down. Make sure that the cable does stay out of the way. And drop it in. Wow, that's actually tough to get back in, right? Is it too low? Is that what's going on? There we go. Okay, well, I don't know. It's not easy. get this in right, it seems. There are little raised mounts there that are supposed to hold it in place. I think the problem is this red thing is not sitting the way it's supposed to. I don't know. I'm not able to get this to go in properly. Okay, let's try it again. Get that in under there. Make sure that's out of the way. Make sure that's pushed in all the way. Okay. Technically that's in. But it doesn't stay down the way it did with the original, so I don't know what's going on here. Okay, I'm going to try and hold this in place. I think it's because the rubber thing is not, the part's not exact fit. Alright, let's try and get this cable back latched in. Okay, clipped in. Perfect. Alright, and now let's go ahead and get the bracket thingy back on top. And hopefully that will hold it in place. So, I don't know if you can see, but it's all wrinkly here. So, let's go ahead and get this back in so it goes at an angle. This side first, make sure you pinch it down into place to get the speaker vents in properly. And then these little thingies, make sure these foam pads end up back on top, because these areas, the little things sticking out, are like trying to smush them down. So make sure you get those back on top and clip that in. Alright, you can see, clip that all in. Alright, this also is like a foam that if you press on it, you can make some fingerprints that go away. It's like a memory foam or something. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead now and get these screws back in. I'm going to put this one first because I almost forgot it last time. Okay, and then we're just going to work our way over. I got that one. This one. Okay. And yeah, we're just going to get all the screws. Hopefully you already know where all the screws go if you put them in the pattern that you removed them, as I mentioned earlier. Alright. There's not really much else to this. We are going to put the replacement double stick adhesive on this edge. Okay. But other than that, that's pretty much all there is to it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, please make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. If it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Other than that, you're welcome to stay as I get all these screws back in. Of course, we are going to plug the screen back in and then the battery. And then we're going to plug it in to make sure it's charging. And other than that, that's pretty much it. Alright, so let's finish getting all these back into place. Okay. Alright. Almost there. And of course I'm going to test it before I put the adhesive on. But one thing I could do is I can put the adhesive with the protective coating on, and then I can peel that up once I'm done. So maybe I'll do that because it'll make it a little bit easier that I don't have to take it all back out again after I confirm it's working. Okay. Good. Almost done. Alright, so we got all the screws for that plate back in. Now we got to get the screen reattached. So rotate it this way. Okay. Grab the screen here. That's right. Let me actually put the adhesive. What did I do with the thicker tape? I used to have multiple different rolls of this. Okay, well, I guess the one I have right now is already really thick enough. So, let's see. So I got different layer or thicknesses of this kind of tape here. And we're gonna use this. Okay. So I'm gonna get a strip of tape just along here. And again, you don't need to have it perfect. The tape I'm using is an acrylic double stick adhesive. Okay. Pull this way and I'm gonna cut it there. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to stick it to the corner up here, and then we're just going to work our way down. Oop. And this tape is really sticky, so okay. There we go. Alright, oops, sorry. So there's one adhesive strip there. These other ones are much thinner, so I'm going to have to use a thinner adhesive. Again, you don't have to coat the entire thing with adhesive, because it's more just to hold the screen in place. Again, unless you're going to get some liquid in it or something. But hopefully that's not going to be the case. Okay. So I got that, and I have super ultra thin adhesive, but hopefully this one is thin enough to go all around. Okay, where's the end of this one? Oh, here it is. Okay. So I'm going to rotate this. And we're going to get this adhesive. Okay. We'll cut it to about there. Okay, go. Got the bottom row. Rotate this. We are missing like this corner up there, but should be okay. Okay. Alright. That adhesive there. Okay, we'll rotate this. Then we'll get this adhesive. Let me see here. That one goes all the way to the camera. Okay, well, I can put one all the way. Oh, okay, I can't put it over the camera, it's too long, so, or too wide. So we're gonna have to cut the adhesive there. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Okay, there we go. That's about all it needs. Maybe I'll put a little bit down here and up here. There we go, and then we'll put a little bit down there. And hopefully that should be good enough. Okay, there we go. Alright, we got that. Now, sorry for that long process of getting the tape and everything in. We're going to now reconnect the screen. Okay, so be careful with that. We're going to just line this up. Oh, let me actually zoom in. Well, actually you need to see how I'm doing this. Line that up. Okay, and click it down. Good. Alright, then we can go ahead and put the screws here to hold it in place. Make sure it's lined up. Okay, make sure you don't drop the screen and tear that cable. Okay, I'm gonna loosely fit that screw first so I can make sure I get both screws in first. Alright, then we can go ahead and tighten that down. Pretty simple, straightforward. Alright, next thing, we'll go ahead and push the battery connector in. Alright, clicked it into place. Then we'll get the metal plate, obviously. Put that back on top. Alright, and we'll get the screw and put that in. Did we have to hook this on something here? Oh, it already hooked in. So make sure this thing hooks in there. Let me see if you can even see that. Okay, make sure that you can see there's a hook there. It holds it in place. And we'll get this screw back in. Perfect. Okay, now we'll zoom back out. Let's see if it's going to turn back on. Moment of truth. And then obviously we'll see if it charges as well. Okay, so we'll tilt this back down, kind of put the screen in place. I'm going to leave a thing in between just in case so it doesn't stick down. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and see if it powers on. Hold the power button. And you can see it's turning on. Good news. All right. Then we're going to, of course, plug it in. So, well, we'll wait till it finishes starting up. Okay, this tablet takes so long to power up. Come on. Got some like tape residue on there, gunky stuff. Okay, it's saying Samsung now. Come on, boot up. And it plugs in nice and snug, but we'll see if it actually is charging. Okay, so right now, oops, you can see 48%. It's on battery saving mode. If I plug it in, wake up, 17%. Wait, what in the world? Okay, charging 17%. So what is this battery? Okay, it fixed itself. Now it's 17%. Okay, and I'm using a MacBook charger cable, so wake up. And it's charging 17%. So I think we should be good to go. I'm gonna actually peel up the protective adhesive things that I put. All right, and then we'll see. But let me take a picture real quick of this. And it's 18% now, so we are good to go. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead now and lift this screen back up. Uh-oh, the adhesive is, okay, there we go. The adhesive residue on the screen is still stuck a little bit. Okay, now we gotta peel up all the red stuff, and then we're just gonna stick the screen down. All right, so be careful not to stick the screen down before you peel all this stuff up first. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and peel this one down here. All right. There's some gross goopy stuff there. Okay. Peel this up. Okay, so far so good. Peel this stuff up. Okay, this side's going to be tough because it's smaller than the area it's sitting on. So I got to peel this up from on this side. There we go. Oop. Perfect. All right, and the last two pieces. This one. There we go, and the last one. Alright, now we just got to get it all lined up and drop it in. I'm going to power it up one more time. Screen is on, 19%, so we are good. Get the bottom corner lined up. Okay, this is tricky. You got to make sure you get it all lined up before you drop it down, because once you drop it down, you're in trouble. Alright, so I think that's good. Alright, and yep, everything's lined up. So now you just press all around the edges, make sure it sticks into place. Okay, and we are good to go. Alright, again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, please make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. If it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. But yeah, other than that, that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, let's drop this. Bye.